Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Sassy Joe, and today I'm here with my boy Colton Godwin. Colton, you want to say anything to my viewers here?
What's up?
All right. And today we're gonna be doing a little something different for this YouTube channel. I figured since I have a lot of sports knowledge, I figured I'd expand my variety a little bit on my channel, and I thought maybe it'd be a good idea if we start doing some sports podcasts on this channel. Now, as of today, um, let's see. Today is December 23rd, 2024. We do have there is actually there's a lot of college football playoff bowl games, and then we have close to the end of NFL season. So we're just gonna go over a few of those. Actually, it's we got a pretty good lineup in this first episode of my ball talk right here. Um, so first things first, there's actually quite a good bit of bowl games coming up. We have the Holiday Bowl to start off on. There's the Holiday Bowl between Syracuse and Washington State, which is on Christmas Day. And we're actually gonna go over our picks for these bowl games as well. My pick, I'm going with Syracuse. Oh, I'm going Syracuse over Washington State. I mean, Syracuse is able to beat my Miami Hurricanes. Um, they're a very overlooked team. Um, very overlooked, underrated. Kyle McCord's actually a pretty decent quarterback, and I think they can take down Washington State.
Um, I would say this game is going to be one of the more closer games coming in the bowl game season. With that being said, I think this will be a great game, one of the best in the slate. But I think your winner will be Syracuse. Syracuse has a good run defense. Washington State, I'm pretty sure, is a running offense. And Kyle McCord is going to have a legacy game.
I can actually see that. To be real, I really can. Let's see. Next, we have the Birmingham Bowl between Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt. Um, Vanderbilt's a great school. Don't get me wrong. They upset Alabama. They've had a pretty good year. Um, I like their organization so far. They've been kind of on the rise, but another team that beat Miami, Georgia Tech. Give me Georgia Tech in this game. I think that offense is gonna explode all over Vandy. I think it's gonna be a high-scoring game, in a sense. I could see it maybe being like a 35-31 type of game. Give me Georgia Tech.
Um, that's smart. I will say, uh, this game can go either way. This is honestly the most. Wait. Yeah, this is the most even matchup we have on the bowl game slate besides playoffs. Uh, both have had or both have defeated big powerhouse schools. Georgia Tech has beat Miami. Vanderbilt has beat Alabama. But the thing is, with both teams, you don't know which team is going to show up. It's either going to be a team that plays in like the Middle East Conference or Midwest Conference, some random conference, or it's going to be the team that plays against Bama. Like Vandy, pretty sure they lost to some no name school and then continue to beat Bama. But with that being said, I think your winner in this will be Vanderbilt by a score or a field goal.
You're going with Vandy. Shoot. Okay. Dang. Okay. All right. Let's see. Next up, we have the SRS Distribution Bowl between USC and Texas A&M. Um, USC is not a bad school, but give me Texas A&M in this game. I think it's gonna be a pretty decent. Like I could see this being kind of like a 27-21 type of game, something like that.
hmm
Um, I'm gonna go Texas A&M in this game. Um, like, yeah, just give me Texas A&M.
Um, I think this game will be very close, no matter who wins. I think USC is pretty good. They beat Louisville last year, I will say, and for sure it was the Holiday Bowl. That was not fun to watch. Uh, I think home of the 12th man, Texas A&M will absolutely destroy USC. Though I don't think it. This shouldn't even be a bowl game. This is the game for Texas A&M.
Let's see. Relinquish Bowl. This is actually going to be a very good game. We have two good teams in this game. We have Alabama, and then we have Michigan. I'm going to go with the first team out of the college football playoff in this one. Don't get me wrong, Michigan did beat Ohio State, but I really like Alabama in this game. I think this will be a good opportunity for NFL scouts to be looking at Jalen Milroe. I think this will be I think Milroe is going to have that type of game where he can he could show off what he's made of. And I think a lot of NFL scouts are going to be looking at Jalen Milroe based off this one game. Um, Give me Bama.
I think Michigan will have the biggest upset and take down Alabama. I think Devin Warren will have a legacy game, and Donovan Edwards, if they put him back in, he should play good. But Khalil Mulligans has had a really good game. He had a really good game against Ohio State, one of the best teams in the nation.
Oh yeah.
Uh, yeah, but Khalil Mulligans should have a good game. I think they should give Donovan Edwards a few runs, though.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that actually. I really do. I mean, Edwards is gonna be a beast though. Like, I mean, whenever is he? He's not going to draft this year, is he? Or is he? He's still got another year. Donovan
I
Edwards.
think I think he's a junior right now, so he can go either way.
He's a junior right now. Shoot. I mean, shoot. If he is going to the draft next year in 2026, he's gonna be a first round pick. This year, he's not gonna be the first running back off the board. We all kind of know it's gonna be Ashton Genty, for sure. But yeah, that
I think Genty has one more season.
no, I thought Genty's going to the draft. No.
He's a junior, but I don't know what he's done yet. He hasn't
Oh.
decided.
Oh. I mean, I think if Genty goes to the draft, I mean, he'd be like there's a few teams that definitely could use him. That kid's gonna be a stud in the NFL. Same with Edwards. I think both like those two right there. Shoot, two of the best running backs in college football right now, for sure. Next bowl game, the Alamo Bowl. We got two new Big 12 teams that did really well this year. We have BYU and Colorado. Um, BYU, they had a great start to the season, but they kind of fell off a little bit, especially with those losses against was it Kansas? I know Arizona State they lost to, but I
Yeah,
think
Arizona State, Kansas,
and
and then I think there's one more.
was there one more they lost? Shoot. Yeah. Yeah, I know Kansas and Arizona State around that time frame,
Yeah,
like
they
November.
them two lost. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was their losses.
Yeah, when they lost those games, that was their downfall. And you know what? Give me Colorado in this game. Just because I think this is going to be a great last game for Shadir Sanders and Travis Hunter and Primetime all together on the same team. Give me the Colorado Buffs. And I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. I think it's going to be more like a 28-24 type of game. Give me Colorado.
Um, I somewhat agree with you. I think it'll be a close game. I think all the bowl games that we rate besides USC versus Texas A&M will be close. BYU really lost the season whenever they lost to Kansas at home and lost to Arizona State. That's when train went off the rail or off the train tracks. Um, I will say Colorado is such a good school for football right now, but
Oh yeah.
I think BYU will win this only
Really?
because Travis Hunter is in his head. His girlfriend cheated on him, a longtime girlfriend. He's not going to be Travis Hunter. He's going to be lost the whole time.
Oh wow, I didn't even know this. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you in a way. But at the same time, I still think Colorado can pull it off. Um,
Yeah. It could be either way.
it really could be, yeah, for sure. It really could go either way. Like that's one bowl game. Um, okay, next up we have the Pop Tarts Bowl. We have Iowa State and Miami. I'm a little biased here because I'm a Canes fan and I'm still salty that we missed the college football playoff. But yes, give me the Miami Hurricanes in this game. I think this will be a good legacy game for Cam Ward to show off what he's made of, and it'll be also some really good footage for NFL college scouts to look at. Um, I think Cam Ward's going to run all over this Iowa State team. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I can see it being like maybe like a 31 or not 31. I'm going to say like a 41 like a 41-28 type of game. Give me the Miami Canes all the way. CANES Canes, go you baby. All about the U.
I think that's definitely the right answer. Miami will win this. I don't think it's a question anymore. Miami's really good at what they do. Cam Ward should have been a little bit higher on MVP or Heisman. I think all teams like Big 12, so Arizona State, BYU, Colorado, and Iowa State, I think they're all fraudulent. That's just me though. They're not. That's not a power conference. Same thing with the ACC. What happened when two ACC teams went into the playoffs? What happened? SMU destroyed. Clemson destroyed. They're not good schools. But when you talk about Miami, that's a good school.
Right.
I think Miami will blow Iowa State out of the water.
Oh yeah, for sure. Shoot, this is probably one of the best Miami teams I think I've seen in a very long time. Even before, well, I wouldn't say before my time, but I was really young when they had Ed Reed and Andre Johnson back in '01 when they won the national championship. I was really young, so I don't really remember that well. But like that was, I think I was like a year old when they won that national championship. But yeah, like I think this is the first like Miami team that's been like this good since then, and it kind of sucks that we got snubbed out of the playoffs. But yeah, I agree with you there for sure. Miami is definitely a legacy school for sure. A lot of great players in the NFL to come out of that school for sure. Um, Last but not least, we have the Sun Bowl between your Louisville Cardinals and the Washington Huskies. And you know what? Give me Louisville in this game. I think this one's kind of a no-brainer. I'm going with Louisville only because I think they have the offense and the defense. I think they're all around just a better team over Washington. Um, I've been watching Louisville a lot all year. I think this is gonna be. I don't even think it's gonna be that close. I think it's gonna be more like a. I could see more like a 31 to like. I don't think highly of Washington at all, but I think this is gonna be more like a 31-14 type of game. Give me Louisville.
Um, Obviously, born and raised in Louisville, been a few games over there. I think this is probably the game I'm going to dive deepest into. Washington football, they run a air raid style offense. Don't know what that means. It's mainly consisting of RPO trick plays and mainly running plays. I think Louisville has a top 5 run defense. That's obviously been proven by statistics. We're a run offense. Their defense doesn't do good against the run. I think this game should be a blowout. I wish we would have played someone better. I would have wanted to see us versus Michigan or us versus Bama, quite honest. But yeah, give me Louisville.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right. Now we have a couple of we have the next round of the college football playoffs. After a really horrible weekend of not so close games in the first round. Now we have the second round of the college football playoffs. We're gonna go over a few of those games as well. The first matchup we have the Verbo Fiesta Bowl between Penn State and Boise State. Um, let's see. Yeah, Penn State, Boise State here. I'm gonna go with Penn State in this game. Now, yes, I think Penn State can stop the run against Boise State. If you could shut down the run, if you could shut down Ashton Genty, you can beat Boise State. I think Penn State has the defense to do it. I think this is going to be a really fun, lower scoring game to watch. If you like defense, this is the game for you. I'm going to pick Penn State to win 24-17.
This won't be close at all. Penn State, Nifty Lions will drag Boise. There's no doubt about it. It's not going to be close. So, me, Penn State. I think the only person that's carrying Boise is Ashton Genty. And if you look at who Penn State has, Drew Aller, great quarterback. He can spread the field, not make the offense based off of one person. I
Right.
don't think it'll be close. I think easily the winner will be Penn State.
Oh, wow. I mean, not to mention Penn State is actually favored by 10.5 points, which I think is pretty interesting. Wow, I'm just looking at that right now. Right now they are favored by 10.5 points over Boise State. And let's see here. Next matchup we have the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl on January 1st. This is Texas versus Arizona State. Texas is favored by 14, but you know what? Give me Texas to cover the spread on that one. Actually, I'm going. I do think like Arizona State's good. They've had a really good year. They started off kind of like meh, but then later on in the season they started to boom a little bit. Texas though has been very consistent all year. Give me the SEC team in this one. I really like I don't know. I just really like Texas in this game. I think this will be nice for Quinn Ewers, Isaiah Bond, and their coach. I like what their coach has put together as well in Texas. Give me the Texas Longhorns in this game.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think Texas will cover their spread. It's not gonna be close, like I have said. I think final four games will be much closer. Arizona State, fraudulent team, both fraudulent. I'm pretty sure they're in the Big 12. They're all frauds. None of them are that good. I think Texas will drag them. It's not going to be close.
Yeah, I see that. And let's see. We have a closer spread on the next game, also January 1st at 5 p.m. We have the Rose Bowl between Ohio State and Oregon. Um, Give me Oregon in this game. You know, I'm going on that Oregon hype train right now. Dylan Gabriel looking good. That whole offense is a powerhouse. Ohio State's a great program too, but I don't think this is going to be. I don't really trust Ryan Day in this type of situation. Um, Oregon did beat them earlier in the year, and I think Oregon can do it again. They are only favored by 2 points, but give me Oregon to cover that spread. I think Oregon's going to beat them probably by 6. I'm give me Oregon by 6 in this game, and I think it's going to be like a decent I think it's going to be a really like say Oregon by 6. So I'm going to go probably 27-21, something like that. Give me Oregon. Go Ducks.
Um, I think this game is going to be really close. Probably close game of first round. Only good game, I'm pretty sure. First round playoff. With that being said, I think Ohio State will take the upset and beat Oregon.
Ooh,
I think that's pretty easy pick for me.
really? Okay. Going all road teams so far. Okay, wow. Um, let's see. And then we have the last game of the second round. The All-State Sugar Bowl between Notre Dame and Georgia. Um, Question is Carson Beck playing or has he been?
Carson Beck is out of the rest of college football playoffs.
Oh, is he really?
Yep.
That is a huge game changer. Give me Notre Dame in this game just because of that. Give me Notre Dame just because
Yeah.
of that. Um, Wow, I originally had Georgia, but now that Carson Beck's out, yeah, give me Notre Dame. I I mean, it says Georgia's favorite by 2, but I'm still going. I'm gonna pick Notre Dame for that upset. Just because I don't think Georgia's gonna be the same team without Carson Beck. And yes, they do have a lot of talent all around. I like what Kirby Smart has put together in Georgia, but I don't know. Notre Dame's been on a hot streak so far. They only have one loss, and it's what was it, like Northern Illinois or something like that early in the year?
Yeah.
Huge upset earlier in the season. Yeah, give me Notre Dame in this game. They've been hot. They've been hot ever since, and I think Notre Dame's going to keep that hot streak going. I think they're going to beat them by like maybe like 2 touchdowns, possibly, maybe even more. I don't even, with Carson Beck being out. Give me Notre Dame to in a large margin of victory. Won't even be close.
Honestly, I hate Notre Dame. That's them, Kentucky. I can't stand them. Never have, never will. I think
Yep. I'm the same
Carson
way.
Beck or not, Notre Dame is fraudulent. They aren't good. They're overhyped. They shouldn't be in the playoffs. So give me Georgia.
All right, so that's all the second round games. We will be posting another episode, by the way, of this ball talk. And we'll go further on with the later rounds when that comes around. Um, we're actually gonna switch up the topic a little bit. We're gonna go a little more in depth with NFL actually, as well in this same episode. So those are our college football picks, and as for NFL, the playoffs are coming up really soon. Um, the playoffs are coming up really soon. The race is looking pretty wild. First off, I want to go over the AFC real quick. Let's see. Right now we already know in the AFC, we know Kansas City has clinched their division. We know Buffalo's clinched their division. We know Houston has clinched their division. And the only division left to be clinched is the AFC North and there's only 2 teams that could clinch that division. It is between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, Pittsburgh has a tiebreaker, but I will say this though. I do think Baltimore is going to take that division. Um, just I think Baltimore is going to take that division over Pittsburgh. I mean, they can beat the Texans. They can definitely beat Cleveland. Pittsburgh has Kansas City left, and then they also have the Bengals left. I think they're definitely going to drop one of those 2 games. Um, man, I would like to see them beat Kansas City. I don't think they will. As for the Bengals game, I have a feeling they might end up losing that game just because Cincinnati's going to be fighting for a playoff spot. Because Cincinnati is still mathematically in this thing. But yeah, I think Baltimore's going to take that division. They'll take the 3 seed. Houston will end up being the 4 seed. And as for the number 1 seed in the AFC, give me Kansas City. Give me Kansas City for sure. I don't see Kansas City losing to both Pittsburgh and Denver. I just don't see it. And as for the wild card race, though, there's a few teams that are still in this thing. We have right now it's the Chargers and Broncos that are locked in for the 6 and 7 seeds. But yeah, we have Chargers and Broncos locked in for 6 and 7 seeds. But we also have in the hunt, we have the Colts, the Bengals, and the Dolphins. The tiebreaker goes. I mean, we know that honestly, it's a no-brainer that the Chargers are getting in. I mean, look at their schedule here. They have the Patriots, and then they have the Raiders, both road games. Easy schedule. Chargers just need to win one more game, and they clinch a spot. So Chargers they're not losing both games. As for the Broncos, they have Cincinnati in Cincinnati, and then they have Kansas City at home the last game of the season. If they beat Cincinnati on Saturday, they're in. If they lose both games, they will be eliminated, which is actually really crazy to say. I do think my prediction though, and this is actually crazy to say, I do think Kansas City is going to beat Pittsburgh, but I think Kansas City is going to lose to Denver last game of the season, just because I think Bo Nix is going to I think Bo Nix is gonna pop off and in that last game. I think the Bengals are gonna beat Denver on Saturday, but just because I mean if Cincinnati can pull that off, they'll definitely um they'll definitely help out a few teams that are still in the hunt. Like they'll help themselves out, but they could also help out either the Colts or the Dolphins. Um, as f- Honestly, I think Denver's the team to get in, but here's the case scenario here. Broncos lose both games and get eliminated. The next team in, if the Colts were to win out, the Colts would be that team that gets in the last spot. Colts have the Giants and the Jags as their last two games. They could win out. But if the Colts somehow drop one of those games, the next team in the next team in the hunt would be Miami. Miami has Cleveland and they have the Jets, which I think Miami can win out. I am not saying that because I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm saying that because I truly feel like Miami can win out. As for the Bengals, they have the most difficult scenario here. They got the Broncos and they got Pittsburgh. Um, I think the Bengals will win out, but I think they're gonna end up getting eliminated somehow, some way. I think Denver is gonna be the team that gets in. But if not Denver, the most likely is Denver. The least likely is the Bengals. And so as of right now, the tiebreaker is Denver, Indy, Miami, and Cincinnati. I think I think the least, like in that order I just named, is going to be most likely to least likely.
Um, I think 1 seed is Kansas. I think 2 seed will go to Buffalo. Baltimore will get 3 seed. Baltimore will win out, and Houston will take 4 seed. I think Baltimore will win the division. I don't know how we don't have the edge. I think between conference play is dumb, but overall, I think Chargers will lock up 5 seed. 7 seed will go to Denver. 6 seed, I think, for AFC, Baltimore versus Pittsburgh in Baltimore.
Ooh,
That's what I'm predicting.
that would
That's going to be a
be.
game of the year. I need to see that.
Let me go over the NFC. So right now, we have Detroit, Philly. Looks like the Rams are first in that division. Well, it's between the Rams and Seahawks because Arizona and San Francisco are officially eliminated with Washington's win yesterday. So it's going to be, let's see, Rams, Seahawks. Atlanta is first in the South. And then right now we have Minnesota as a fifth seed who has clinched a playoff spot. And the other two spots we have Green Bay, and we also have, looks like Washington as well is a wild card currently. Um, so really the only teams that are in the hunt here, we have Tampa Bay in the hunt for that division, and we also have Seattle in the hunt for that division. It looks like the wild cards have kind of been locked up. Washington has Atlanta and Dallas coming up. They are definitely going to win one more game out of those. I think Dallas for sure they'll beat because Dallas has nothing to play for. They're eliminated. So I think if Washington were to lose out and Tampa wins out, then Tampa could get in as a wild card. But I don't really see that. Um, so Atlanta and Tampa can both get in. There's like a weird scenario about that. Atlanta has Washington and Carolina. They're not going to lose out. I don't see that. Tampa has Carolina and then New Orleans. They're not going to lose out. They're probably going to win out, I think, Tampa. For sure. I think they're going to end up winning out. As for the Rams and Seahawks, Seattle has the Bears and the Rams. Oh, Seahawks and Rams play last game of the season. Wow. Seattle should beat the Bears. Rams have the Cardinals next game. They should beat the Cardinals. Um, I think only one team's coming out of the NFC West, and oof, that's yeah. You know what? Give me give me the Seahawks actually to take that division. Um, I think Seattle I think Seattle can find a way to clinch that division. They would just need to win out. The Rams would just need to lose one more game. I th- yeah. Yeah, the Rams would just need to lose one more game, and basically Seattle would need to beat them in order for Seattle to clinch the division because they play each other. So yeah, after looking at all this, I definitely think Detroit is going to be the 1 seed. I think they really are the best team in the NFC right now. I like what Dan Campbell has put together. I like how he's turned that team around, even with all the injuries that they've been through all season long. It is very impressive to see what Dan Campbell's put together. Give me the Lions to take the number 1 seed. That would put Minnesota at the 5 seed. Um, Speaking of which, the Minnesota plays Detroit last game of the season. I think the Lions will win that game. I think the Lions will win the division for sure because of that game. Minnesota has Green Bay and Detroit. I think Minnesota's going to lose out. That's a bold pick. I'm picking Minnesota to lose out. I think Detroit's going to win out. They have the Niners and Minnesota. I think Detroit's going to take number 1 seed. I think Minnesota's going to be a 5 seed. I think Green Bay and Washington are kind of locks for wild cards as well. I think Green Bay will be 6, Washington will be 7. As for and we kind of know Philly is going to win that division. We kind of know they're going to be 2 seed for sure. I think they'll stay there.
I think Detroit will win NFC first round. I don't think it should even be a talk. They're really good. I think Dan Campbell has done an amazing job coaching this year. But at the same time, David Montgomery is out for the year, so I don't see them making that much of a run. I
Really?
think second seed will be Philly, and then third seed I would probably give it to Tampa Bay. Then fourth seed, only team that's left, I think. Yeah,
I think
Seattle. And then fifth seed, I think will be Minnesota. Fourth seed, I think will be Green Bay Packers.
you mean 6.
Seventh seed, I think will be the Washington Commanders. Tampa Bay should win out. They have Carolina Panthers at home, which will be dog walk. And then Saints. Saints are terrible team. They should easily walk by them. I think Seattle does have. I think they have a really good chance to lose to the Bears or the Rams.
Well, here's the thing though. Between the Rams Seahawks, they play last game of the season, so the winner of that game could possibly take the division.
Actually, I'm gonna change something up. I think three seed will be Los Angeles Rams. 4 seed will be Tampa. I think Rams will upset Seattle, and then Rams take the division. So Rams would play Packers, and then Tampa Bay would play Minnesota.
Tampa has an easier schedule than Atlanta. They're still kind of testing the waters with Michael Penix Jr. Give me Tampa to take that division. I'm still confident about Seattle though in this division for sure. I think later on they'll be able to pull something off. That like I said, that the winner of the Rams and Seahawks game at the end of the season will decide the winner of that division. I think Seattle can do it for sure. Um, yeah, I think Seattle can do it. So yeah, that's these are our picks for these are our early pick. Well, not early picks, but like close to the end of the season picks for both AFC and NFC playoffs. Um, so yeah. Anyways, that kind of wraps it up for our first episode of of our ball talk. And thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, please drop a like below. Also subscribe for more content. Keep an eye out for more videos upcoming very soon. And this is your boy Sassy Joe signing out. Have a nice day.